Okay, hi Wendy, I'm Mark.
Hi, Mark.
From the case management agency here in town. You gave us a call, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Oh,
Okay.
gosh. 'Tis the season of static, I know.
And so you gave us a call. You wanted to see one of us, so I came out to see you. And just to give you some parameters about what we do, I'm here to talk to you about whatever's going on in your life.
Okay, good.
And just so you know that what we say here is confidential, and between you and I, and with the exception of if I feel you're in danger or a danger to other people, you may have heard this routine before.
Okay.
Those things I have to make sure that I can help keep you safe.
Okay.
And all those things. So if we start venturing into those areas, I'm there to help you with that as well.
Okay.
And so I guess I'm here to listen to you. So what's going on? What prompted you to get in touch with us?
Yeah, so I'm a single mom, and I'm having a lot of struggles with my 13-year-old son. So just not sure what to do, having challenges negotiating the school, and my own mental health that gets in the way of, interacting with them. So I have a counselor that I see every week, and have tried to talk to her about that, but she's like, I can't really go into the community with you. I can't really do these things. So she's the one who said a case manager might be able to help me, and that I might be able to qualify for those services.
So what's the circumstance that's happening with your son in the school?
So he's been disrespecting the teacher. He's been walking out of class and wandering the halls, and the school keeps calling me and saying that I need to come and, meet with the principal or come get him again. And I don't know what to do.
So they're kicking him out of school?
No, he refuses to go back to class. And so he sits in the office for a while, and they're like, there's only an hour left of school. Just come get him, and then we'll try again tomorrow. And I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere with them. I don't know what to do.
What have you done so far? What kind of efforts have you made so far?
So I have a car, but it's not, I wouldn't call it reliable.
Okay.
I have a car in the driveway covered with snow right now. So it's there, and sometimes it runs and sometimes it doesn't. And so when the school calls to tell me to come get him, when it's nicer out, I could walk to the school and go get him. And we just walk home and talk about what happened on the walk home. But now that it's cold and snowy and the sidewalks are a mess, not really a good idea for me to go get him. So when they call me to go get him, sometimes I get a cab. Sometimes I say, can't he just stay and put him on the bus?
Wow. So So getting over there is a problem.
Yes.
Now, when you're talking to him, how does he respond to your advice to him about his behavior in school?
So he always has a reason why. There's always a justification. There's always a story with a story with a story about, well, the teacher said this, and Mary was looking at my paper, and so talked to me wrong, and I got frustrated, and I asked the teacher to tell them to be quiet, and she didn't. I mean, I could give you 100 examples about all kinds of things. And what's really true, I think there's pieces of what he says that are probably what was the start of it, but where it goes from there, what goes through his head, I just don't know.
And he's still deciding to leave class and doing that. So what do you think should happen when he's in school and he's experiencing someone looking at his paper or a teacher saying something? What do you think should happen?
I think he should stay in his seat, but he can't.
Okay.
And so I don't know what he needs to help him stay in his seat.
Okay.
And I feel like his teacher doesn't like him. I feel like she's really frustrated with him because, as you could imagine, this is very disruptive to the class and is affecting her ability to take care of everybody else. So now my kid's labeled the troublemaker in the class and the difficult one. And so off to the office he goes, or off to guidance he goes, and then I get a call.
Would you rather the school deal with this? At the school, if they could?
I want a plan, and I feel like this thing that we're doing, it's not helping him. It's stressing me out. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm trying to get to my appointments. I'm trying to do stuff here so that I can be the best parent I can be. And so not knowing if I'm going to get a call from the school, what's going on, it makes me worried about just going and doing my errands. I just have a phone, you know, the track phone with a certain amount of minutes. So if the school keeps calling me while I'm out and about, at what point this month am I going to run out of minutes, and then they won't be able to reach me? So what, I have to sit here all day and wonder
What's going on. Yeah.
So
it sounds to me, let me see if I can get this, that the things are happening at the school. Your son is sort of acting out. You know, throw all that stuff into acting out. They don't seem to be doing anything constructive there to kind of fix the problem as it's happening.
It doesn't feel like it to me.
And they're depending on you to kind of come and fix it.
Yeah, and I feel like we need to have a meeting, or we need to do something. I've kind of said that before, and they've been like, we'll figure this out. But then the idea of going there to a meeting puts a pit in my stomach, and I feel nauseous thinking about it. And so am I going to be that, you know, single mom, had him when you were young, blah, 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 living in a so-so neighborhood. So I just feel like it's all bundled together.
So along with all of this stuff, you feel that they're sort of blaming. You sort of feel they're blaming you.
Yeah, because the whole expectation, I'm going to come and rescue him. I'm going to come and get him every time. That's what it's made me feel like.
Right. And when you go in there, you don't see a whole bunch of other parents arrive to rescue their kids.
No, mine is usually sitting by himself, which makes me feel crummy too. Not learning.
So let me think. It sounds to me like what you said a while ago. You said something that I picked up on that I thought was really important, is you want a plan.
Yeah.
Something that allows you to be able to do the things that you need to do to keep your life together.
Right.
And those things while he's at school, so you can be the best parent you can be when he's not at school.
Right.
And so,
I thought once he went to school that I would have this, you know, ability to finally work on my own stuff and get myself better.
Now, the planning of that usually occurs at the school, but that puts a, you know, kind of a sour feeling in your stomach, you know. So what if our work together, we focus on seeing if we can help you get that plan? Sorry about that. My glasses. That plan, something happening at the school that makes, so you can rely on the school to be able to handle your son, keep him in school so that you can do your thing.
Yep.
And to explore that with the school. How about that? Would that be something you'd be interested in doing with me?
Yeah, I mean, I know I need to go and talk to the school. I don't know how to do that. I don't know who should be at the table. That's one of the things I was looking for help around.
Well, I think that's maybe what we can do together, is kind of have those discussions about what are your thoughts about this? You know, what do you, and you know, who should be at the table? Like you said, you know, both so that you get a clear picture about what's happening at the school and what they're doing and not doing, but maybe some other people on your side to help you feel comfortable, so that you can express your frustrations and the barriers that you're experiencing, so that they can. You're trying to understand them, but you want them to understand what you're going through because of this too. So maybe what our work together can be is to identify those people and then see if we can set up a time so you don't have to go to the school alone. I could go if you want me to go, if I'm one of those people, and maybe whoever else you might feel is important to go there. Is Dad involved?
No, he's not involved.
In this. So,
no, and I have sole custody, so that it's not like he has a say or whatever.
And maybe what we can do is come up with your idea as to what you would like to see happen. Kind of, at the school to make this all kind of work. And then when we meet with them, we can put that on the table, and maybe they can tell you what barriers they have too, just like you.
Yeah, I know that they do, which is why it falls back on me.
But that's not working.
No, because it's not working.
This whole thing is, so something needs to be put in place, and really, your son needs to be in school. Yeah, every time he leaves the school, it sounds like he's missing out.
Yeah.
And so
and he's a smart kid, and I was talking to my sister about it, and she's like, shouldn't he be in special ed or in a classroom? And I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he needs, and so the school just keeps doing this thing, and it's not getting better.
Yeah. And maybe instead of wondering, we all need to be in the same room and everybody can talk about it. And sometimes when you go to a meeting like that's a little intimidating because you're sitting there all alone and you got all these professionals
right,
telling you, what's going on, and or their viewpoint. And maybe if you had some people to support you, then you would feel good about telling them your viewpoint as mom. I mean, they're depending on you to fix this. So all the professionals are depending on you to fix this. So they should be able to listen to what you need to do your part. What can you do here to help prepare them to go to school, and the expectations and whatnot, and maybe what they can do there. That's different.
And get them there every morning.
Yep.
Single mom, rain or shine.
Yep.
He's there every morning, hopefully with a snack in his bag, ready to learn. Yep. And some days he does.
To me, it sounds like you're really, you're doing the best that you can as a mom.
I am.
And now we have this situation that seems to be spiraling a little bit out of control here. And ultimately, your son is paying the price because he's the one that's missing school.
And I'm getting exhausted. So then he comes home early, and now I'm not warm, fuzzy mom because I'm frustrated with him, and I'm grumpy, and he doesn't have all his homework because he didn't make it to math class, which is his last class of the day. So it's creating all these other things too. So our time together is changed, and I don't like that.
Yeah. I can definitely sense that. So all of these things are things that we can bring there, because if we can fix the situation at school, then it allows you to have that relationship with your son again. And maybe a person that needs to be at this meeting is your son. Maybe we need to hear what he's saying too. So maybe he's another person who might be too intimidated with all those professionals around to really say what's going on, and maybe they all need to hear that all together. So let's do that.
Okay.
That what we'll do is let me give you some homework. Okay.
I get homework.
Yeah, you get
I help him with his homework. Is for you to if you could contact the school and say you want to set up a meeting and find out who needs to be there from the school. Okay.
And look at, when do those...
Because I was thinking, all right, who usually calls me? I get a call from the principal. Sometimes he's with the guidance counselor. And then I certainly know there's something up with the teacher. Okay. So I sort of say, if those, to start... Yeah. Those people were there. Yeah.
There's like sometimes schools have like a school psychologist or something like that, who comes in and helps the teachers with... how to better deal with students that may be acting out or something.
So there might be something else in the school I don't know about.
Yeah. Okay. Like that stuff to explore. But maybe if you can do that piece, okay, and let's meet in a few days.
Okay.
Today is Friday. We could maybe meet on Wednesday.
Okay.
Next week. Would you think between this afternoon and Monday and Tuesday?
That I could call the
Monday,
school.
Monday looks like we're going to have
another snowstorm. My car will really be buried in the snow.
Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah, I was going to say, can we make it Thursday? Just in case if there's no school on Monday, it's just going to... Because I might have to leave a message and wait for someone to call me back. And since they didn't have school yesterday, I want to make sure I have enough time to do that. So can we say Thursday? By Thursday. Okay, then I'm going to call the school. And I'm going to say I want to schedule a meeting. Am I picking the day? because I won't know what you're available.
See what they have available.
Okay.
And say that you're working with a case manager to help you to put this together, and we're working on a time to.
Okay, so if I get some dates and times, if I write those down when we see each other next week, we can see. Okay. All right. So if I got those on Tuesday or Wednesday, and saw you Thursday, then I could follow up on Friday with picking one of those dates, or when we're together. Okay.
Yeah, when we get back together, we can set that meeting.
Okay.
And then at that point, you and I can put together your side of the story and write it down.
Write it down.
That'll be the next plan that we do together.
Okay. You really are giving me homework.
Yeah. But we'll do that part together.
Okay.
Okay. That? We'll be like a team on that.
Okay.
And so the nice thing about putting it written down is when you're nervous, you can just read it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, so I don't know if you feel sometimes tongue-tied.
Well, you were talking about Jonathan saying something for himself at the meeting, and I was like, he does better writing than talking. And so I had already pictured in my head, he should write. If we're going to have him do even part of the meeting, he should write something down.
Excellent.
So it's kind of funny that you said I should do the same thing.
And it shows, too, that it's something, too, that your son has a voice. Mm-hmm. And maybe he's not really effective at doing that verbally. Mm-hmm. And they'll have an opportunity to see his voice coming through on his writing. So, from what you're telling me, that he communicates better that way. So that can sometimes bridge. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll have a new understanding of your son, and they'll certainly will make sure that they have an understanding about what this is doing in your life. Mm-hmm. This complexity that's going on. So does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So for next Thursday, I'd like you to have like a couple dates or something, to kind of see what they say about structuring all that. Maybe they have a routine when they do those kinds of meetings. And when we meet on Thursday, let's pick a date, set up the appointment, and start putting your materials together.
All right. It feels like my testimony. That's what it feels like.
It's not too much like a court. But do you want to meet in a way that, hopefully he won't be here. But do you want to
depends if we meet in the morning or the afternoon.
Do you want to meet at a time where I will get to meet with your son? And we can help him put together a written thing, or would you do that yourself?
Can we meet on Thursday and see what the dates? When we meet on Thursday, we'll see what the dates are, and then that'll see how much time we have.
Okay.
Right. We'll see how much time we have, and whether or not we need to, schedule a meeting sooner or later with maybe towards the end of the day. And I'll hope that Jonathan actually stays and can take the bus home.
He might be here when I come on.
Yeah.
We can cross that bridge.
Okay. I think that's step 2.
Yep. So does that sound
like
a plan? Yeah, step 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We know what step 1 is.
Yeah.
So you'd be calling the school, and we'll meet on Thursday, and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
And I will see you on Thursday, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.